Phil Bauman here from Health is Social. The placenta incident. So there was this nursing student a few months ago, back in November I believe, who took a picture of a placenta during the course of one of her clinical rounds and posted the picture on Facebook. I won't go into all the gory details about what basically happened. You can read about that in the post that this video is related to, and the links out on that post. But basically, real synopsis, she took this picture of placenta, it rattled the cages at the community college, the faculty, the administration. She ultimately got expelled. She responded with the expulsion by filing a lawsuit and basically claiming damages as a result of the expulsion. There was a lot of conversation in the last couple of months about it, especially probably in the last week or so. It got a lot of attention, a lot of traction. And as of today, the court upheld her claims and reinstated her to get back into school. So today on RN Chat, I decided to throw that out on the issue at the suggestion of one of my other moderators, Ellen Richter. It's kind of an obvious choice for a chat. And I called it the Placenta Incident. I couldn't help myself because it sort of captures the whole thing. And it's kind of a serious issue, but it's also not a serious issue. On one hand, it's really not a big deal, all of this. But on the other hand, some of the issues actually are a big deal. It does bring up the whole issue of patient dignity and confidentiality, patient privacy. It brings up the issue of how to professionally respond to problems like this. How should nursing students be treated when things like this happen? Was this student being disrespectful, or was she just being a proud, happy, learning student who was experiencing something new for the first time in her life and considered it an important part of her early professional career? You know, it's hard to interpret a picture, especially on Facebook, which leads us to the whole issue of social media and medicine and healthcare and nursing. So it actually brings up a lot of stuff. The placenta incident, it's definitely a movie in the making. It's kind of symbolic of the times that we're living in. They're great times. There's great stuff that we can do, but some of it isn't all that great. There's a lot of confusion. There are differences in culture. People have different opinions about how to use social media. People have different opinions on how we should communicate, and I think it's just going to take us a few years to figure this all out. And in the case of this student, I've never met her, but I hope that she's learned a lesson here, and if she becomes a nurse, certainly all power to her. My opinion, I don't think that expelling a nursing student for something like that is necessarily justified. I think nursing schools in particular really need to be mindful about how to educate, because if one nursing educator can teach a student and instill values without yelling at them, without using emotional violence, then that says we don't need anger as a tool of pedagogy. And in my experience, that happens a lot in nursing school. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything in this particular case, but it's an important issue. It really is, because you, my friend, you are probably going to be in a hospital, or you're going to be in the care of a nurse, and you want to be cared for by people who are professionally trained and aren't going to harm you on one hand, but if they're a product of a system which is inherently got a lot of anger management issues, that's not good for you. So the placenta incident, there's an aspect of it that's funny. There are aspects of it that aren't. I think that it is a really good lesson to be learned here. And these social media change things in one level, and the other hand they don't. Common sense is common sense. Be respectful of other people, not just patients, but your fellow human being. Even if you're taking a picture of somebody at a party, be respectful of that. And don't just turn around and post it on Facebook if they look goofy. I mean, that's just, But on the other hand, maybe we shouldn't make all big a deal. It's all just communications. And so anyway, that's the Placenta Incident. If you're interested in writing the screenplay for it, let me know. Be curious to know your ideas for the cast for that. The Shawshank Redemption, I don't know if it'll be the Shawshank Redemption, but the Placenta Index, the Placenta Incident, there's something there. Anyway, I'm Phil Bauman for Health is Social. Be smart, and be good, and be professional.